Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for these lovely Libras in their birthday season? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra. And while we get this card out, I just want to once again wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you. Whether it's past, whether it's still coming up, I really hope you have a great one, my friends. But let's get this card out here for you. We're gonna hope to get some real nice energies this week for my lovely Libra friends. Okay, so we do have the Magician here in position number 1 for the Oracle. And this card is similar to the Magician within the Tarot deck. Yes, it could speak about creation and manifesting, but there are most definitely some other layers to this card that are not the same as the one that's in the tarot deck. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So, as you can see, we have this sharp-looking individual there doing all sorts of magic tricks. He's got the magic rings. He's got that dove popping in out of nowhere. He's got money. So, again, this is good for creation for a lot of Libras. Now is a great time to lean into your season and manifest things, create things. The thing I like about this is that there's a magnetism to magician energy where it's like, I'm bringing things to me. So this could be really good. It's also great for anything spiritual practices, and any sort of ritual. So, like things within your day to day life. So I like it. However, the magician can also represent in this card, particularly illusion or the unseen, the unknown sleight of hand, where something might look one way, but it's really another. So it's going to be very important this time, regardless of whatever situation you're going through, to try to keep a broad lens, because something might seem one way, but in reality it could be another, or there could be some illusion involved. But we don't have to lean into that. This could all just be about the ritualistic, spiritual, and manifesting energy. So we're going to let him chill there. He could keep putting on his magic show. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Libras, please. And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was highly charged emotionally. So hopefully for those of you that have had highly charged emotions, it wasn't too rough. And it is your birthday season. I want you all to have a very happy birthday. But the reading was titled An Emotional Explosion. There were some extremes where emotion could build up quickly, or just like it just felt like an overflow where some sort of feelings didn't really have any space to go, and it just felt like a lot. So hopefully everything's cool. We're going to see what shows up this week, though. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going here. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for our lovely Libras, please? In early October. Thank you. Queen of Swords. It's one of your power cards. Very nice. Remember, it's not gender specific, but we like her. I mean, she could be the opposite of what we saw last week, where I was seeing a lot of emotion. She could be actually a little cold. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more here for Libra. 7 of Pentacles. Boring. This energy in this, I don't want to say it's boring. It can be good. But like when I see the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, it's like I'm watching paint dry. Let's get one more. And don't take that as the whole message. That's just what I was feeling when it popped out. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. It doesn't feel bad, but it's not like knocking my socks off, Libra. That's just the energy that's initially showing up. Now, this could be really good, especially when we look at long-term energy. But for you, it could be a little more complicated than that, right? Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I always look at the elements first. Very important to tell us the areas of life, how the energies are moving. And there is a lot of earth in your spread this week, right? With the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles rule over the material aspects of life. Think of work, think of routine, home, living situation, family, the material world that we exist in. Now, earthly money is not a bad thing. I mean, for some of you, you might just be in work mode, work, 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 career, career, career. Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, too much earth in a Libra reading, since you're an air sign, it could feel like a drag, right? It could be an energy that just feels heavy and it feels like it's weighing you down. I guess it depends on what you're going through. It's great for long term, but at the same time, there's just something dry about the energy I'm feeling here this week. Let's go through and build this out piece by piece because there is a lot here. Position number one, we do start with the Queen of Swords. So again, your power card, that's a good spot. So your power element, all the good stuff here with the Queen of Swords. So obviously she could represent you. Again, remember, not gender specific. Now, I always say when it comes to the queens, they represent the internal aspects of the suit, how someone feels on the inside. And the Queen of Swords is about her business, right? She's not messing around. She's not playing games. She is straightforward. She is honest. She is to the point. She is clear sighted, clear headed, extremely smart, just very intellectual. So I love her for that. She could be strategic. She could be planning something for all we know. We're just going to have to take a look. But on the inverse, she could be very serious and cold, emotionally detached. So I'm not sure if some of you are functioning in that way. Maybe someone you're dealing with, especially with the emotion I saw last week. Maybe something got too overwhelming and it's like, that was too much. That's kind of like a vibe we could get with her. She's also a sign that, listen, maybe there is something you're going through that is serious or should be taken seriously. So we'll look at her. Remember, she has a lot of really great aspects. We don't just have to say she's like um, a bitch on wheels, pardon my language. So we're just going to put her down right there. I don't know why I said that. I love you, Libras. I'm not calling you guys that, but we're just going to leave her there. Moving to the center, this is where the energy gets um, a little dry, right? Like we see this individual standing by that pentacle bush and he's waiting, right? So maybe some of you are in a wait and see type of mode. Nothing wrong with that, right? Maybe you're being patient. This is a huge card of patience. So it's like I'm waiting, 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 waiting. In the good sense, this ties into nature. This is a very karmic card. So reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. So I do like it for that. This is a card of payoffs. So your patience and your hard work and just something paying off for you in the end. But the challenge is this is something that is dry, boring, something that feels stuck, something that's not moving. So that's the fine line that we have to walk here. Yes, it's very stable, but at the same time, it feels like it's like taking my energy. Like this energy is so dry, I need to shake it up. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles, another great energy, especially in the long term. You see her there. This is a strong energy of independence, lone wolf. I could do this on my own. She's great for business. She is great for finances and money. So we love her. She's really, really nice. Um, Abundance and blessings, right? There's not much more to say about her, especially next to the Seven of Pentacles. However, the downside to her is very similar to the Seven of Pentacles, where it could be something that feels stuck or something that's good, but it could be better. Or it's like I'm so close to the optimal result, but like I just can't reach the finish line with something. So I like it, but it can also feel stuck, like an energy that runs out of steam, where it's like so close yet so far. So I think for a lot of you, this reading could be very neutral, but for another portion of you, it could be frustrating. While for some others, if these are things you've been dealing with for a long time, it actually might be great. So it really depends on your story. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for our lovely Libras, please? Our guides and spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that beautiful Queen of Swords here. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is the Queen of Swords here? What is going on? Thank you. My cups. A lot of chit chat. A lot of chatter. Watch out for someone trying to smooth talk you or butter you up, because the energy I'm getting here with the Knight of Cups, it is that good balance. Like I was saying, like where last week was overly emotional, this one is a little more logical. So if you've been going through some difficulties, I'd say for this upcoming week, you're in a much, or should be, in a much more balanced place. I like that. When it comes to like decision making, looking into the future, I'm seeing things in a neutral way, which I do like. But there's this intuitive message I'm getting here of someone trying to butter you up or someone trying to convince you of something. So just watch out for that. That could be something that hasn't even happened yet. But it's like, oh, let me sweet talk Libra and see if I could get what I want. I also get a lot of chit chat. Okay, like with the Knight of Cups, this Prince Charming type of energy. So aside from the messages we already gave, yeah, this could be some sort of communication coming in. We'll see if any more signifiers of that show up within the reading itself, because there could be some sort of talk, and I'll get more detail around it as we move on. But the main things I'm seeing here is that if you're not in this balanced place that we're seeing, you should be very soon. So that's very encouraging. Where it's like, all right, no, you're approaching things from the right place, Libra. From the mind, from the logic, but also from the heart. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be too cold. You don't want to be too emotional. It's all about finding that middle balance. And if any sign knows that, it would be you. But I would also say, watch out for anyone trying to smooth talk you or butter you up. It's like, hey, Libra, if you do this, I'll do this. It's like I'm convincing. It's like a salesman, kind of. Let's keep moving. I mean, I don't know why that's coming through. I mean, I guess there's a reason for it. But let's see why the Seven of Pentacles is here. So why is the Seven of Pentacles in the mix for Libra? Thank you. It's not doing it for me. There's just something where it's like, yeah, it's just not doing it for me. It's just not doing it for me. I don't know why I'm saying that, Libra. So you're gonna have to let me know what it is that like the spark, energy, the zest isn't there for whatever reason. So I would say this with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Cups for a portion of you. If you're bored or if you've been dealing with some rough stuff or whatever it might be, if energy has been heavy for you in recent times, Spirit can most definitely want you to enjoy yourself in one way or another. Now, people have fun in a lot of different ways, right? Sometimes it's going out in nature. Sometimes it's going out and socializing. Sometimes it's some retail therapy and shopping. Whatever it might be, Spirit wants you to loosen up the energy a little bit and enjoy yourself, especially if you've been all work, no play. That's just how it feels to me. Because with the Four of Cups, it's very mental. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, I need mental stimulation. It's like Groundhog's Day to me. So, and if you've never seen the movie, it's like where someone relives the same day over and over and over again. This is energy that you might want to avoid, because it's like it's the same thing. It's like I'm reliving the same day. Let's keep moving. I feel very neutral about your reading this week. I really do. I don't feel one way or the other yet. We still have that Nine of Pentacles. But let's go in on that, and we'll do a recap. And could this, we'll see. Let's see what the Nine of Pentacles is. Maybe this is a good energy after all. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Libra? Please. And then here's the energy we're looking for. This is what we want. Okay, I really like this, and this could be tied to communication. Not this energy. Not this energy up here. It's a different one. Could be an energy you're not even in communication with right now for a good chunk of you. So we have the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. This is either two things to me. One, I feel like this is a talk that comes out of nowhere. So it could be like a surprising or an unexpected talk or message that I'm seeing here on the back end. Very nice. Because to me, it feels like I haven't spoken about this or I haven't talked to this person in a while. That's initially what I'm feeling. But for another portion of you, like this energy is where things start to kick in. This could most definitely be a winner victory where it's like, this wasn't working, but this is more like it. It's like the perfect balance. So I think this is really great. Now, the Eight of Wands is a card. You see it with the eight wands cutting through the sky. They look like arrows. It's fast, it's fiery, it's moving on in there, it shakes things up. So this was sorely needed in a spread like this week, where I was feeling all this dried up energy. This is what we need. That little bit of a shakeup, that little fire, right? That's what I like. Um, but it's a card of action. So again, to me, it splits two ways, and it could be both for some of you. One, this could be a winner or victory coming in out of nowhere. So again, an unexpected winner victory or a conversation. And it's not like this one where like this one in the front, like, yeah, It feels a little forced. It feels a little slithery. Like this one just works on the back end. So again, you might be having some really good talks that you're not expecting to have. Like there's a lot of chit chat too, which surprises me. Like with all the boring energy I was feeling, it's like, oh, okay. That's weird. Usually when there's a lot of talking going on, you don't feel this boredom. Let's go through and do a quick recap. So you have an intriguing reading this week. It ends in a very good way. So I think that's at least very much claimable. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups in the upright. Pretty good alignment. Like I said, for a lot of you, if you've been in a rough spot in recent weeks, this could be you finding that nice center balance between logic and emotion. It's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm neutral. I like this. But I did get that intuitive energy of either someone trying to convince you of something, felt like a salesman, felt like somebody, yeah, just trying to sway you in one way or another, which wasn't a big fan of. I don't think you would be either. Moving to the middle, we have the Seven of Pentacles with Four Cups bored. Like it's an energy that felt like Groundhog's Day to me, where it's like I'm living the same day over and over and over again. So maybe Spirit wants you to shake something up, some mental stimulation or some sort of stimulation. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles with Eight of Wands. This is what I like. Now, I did say for some of you, this could be an unexpected or a surprising talk. Very good results can come from it. So whether it's just something you weren't expecting to speak about or someone you haven't talked to in a while, it's like, all right, this is what I need. This is what I like. It's a good kind of shake up. And again, for some of you, it could be a win or a victory that you don't even see coming. So I like it. Libra, please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. It can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out here for you, Libra. What do we got for our good friends in the shadows? Cool, 10 of Cups, nice. All right, so there's, again, I feel neutral here, Libra. Like, even though there was a good ending, there's just something about neutrality in your reading this week, which I think is okay. If there's any sign that could deal with it, it would be you. Now, the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. So the fact that it shows up in the shadows really bodes well for something, and it ties in with this message we saw here on the back end. That, like, Libra, there could be a really good result coming, and you don't even see how, why, or when, but there's something great coming in. So I like it for that. But the only challenge I see with the Ten of Cups would be anything with overindulgence, which is odd because I saw an energy here that doesn't seem overindulgent. In fact, it seemed a little dry and bored. But this energy is like, all right, now I'm doing it all. Like it's too much. So again, watch the extremes in this time between boredom and overcompensation. Because this energy just it goes 0 to 100 potentially. Nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. Nothing wrong with having a good time. Just don't overdo it. That's how this feels. Because this could be overconsumption of something. But aside from that, you do have good stuff coming in. You got good energy coming in, Libra. So I think at least part of this reading is claimable for you. But yeah, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The October schedule is up there and it's filling up quick. So if you want to have a little chat, go over there and check it out. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most stunning decks I've ever experienced, the Star Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments. Since last month, I asked everybody which zodiac sign they get along best with. This month, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you clash with a little bit there? Drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.